Hi everyone. I recently saw Dead Series, the musical by Thomas John. It was an amazing production, just really fantastic. It was more of like a workshop than I did. I think it was down at the Norwood Club in Manhattan. That's where I saw him. It was really a wonderful musical. I would really recommend that if he puts it out into the world. So it's like a typical music, like it starts with a song, some multimedia, starts sharing some of his own personal story, and it was really tragic the way he was brought up. His father was extremely abusive, even got jail time for the abuse. It was so bad. But even part of the show, I forget how he transitions into it. Thomas John does some readings for the audience. So he was reading behind me, that was right on point, and he was reading right in front of me, that was on point. Then he looked at me and he's like, "Were you named after your father? I'm getting two names the same." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." Then he says, "Your father." This is all new to him. Like this whole thing is like all new. It wasn't his thing, was it? I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Was he in like a rehab, nursing home?" And I was like, "Yes." So he was getting pretty much on point, my father. So they started to ask about the month of April. He's like, "Does April mean anything to you?" So I was sitting there thinking about it, pondering it. I'm like, "That's my mom's birthday." Then he mentioned April 7th, and I was like, "Oh, that's it. That's the date my father departed." So then he started to bring in some more stories of my father. That was just amazing that he actually got the date of my father passed. And the whole audience gasped when he got that, and I confirmed that was his date. So doing some other things during the reading was really happening to my father. Then I pulled in my uncle, my great uncle Ed, and was asking about his watch. This is my uncle Ed's watch here. I've been sitting with this watch in meditation for a little while now. Just trying to improve my mediumship skills. Because if you see this channel, I am Sam the Miracle Man, that I had 5 incurable diseases. I had multiple sclerosis where I lost the ability to walk. And in my 20s, I was suicidal bipolar. So I had all these issues for 40 years. I don't have any more diseases. I don't need a cane anymore. I don't need medicine anymore. I got rid of my head trash, this mental noise. So that's where my focus usually is on my healing skills. But something that's been calling to me recently was to improve my mediumship skills. That I didn't really study much of this stuff when I healed myself. I simply discovered meditation, and a few months later heard a voice say perfect spirit. I'm like, that's it. I am a perfect spirit. It's simply the body that's damaged. Then I simply knew that all was well. All of the fear went away. And over this next 16 months, I'll just follow my own intuitive voice to recover the body. So that my healing skills are really good. And once that mind got quiet, this head trash went away, my intuitive voice came online. So I have saved lives, with my gifts, to get people to focus on getting rid of this trash and really listen to their own intuitive voice on the way forward. So with Thomas John, it was an interesting confirmation that my Uncle Ed is with me, that bringing the watch in really helps. Then I also pull myself a card each day. I pull the love compassion card today. Just really have that love, that compassion for ourselves, for others, because we're all lost in this noise, this head trash that's taking us away from our great truth that we are this perfect spirit, that we are having this human experience, if you will, but ultimately we're a spiritual being. And that's what you see from the mediums, that just a reminder that it's all spiritual. And we just are in this body for just a short time, but ultimately we'll return back to spirit. And that's what I mean. I can talk to spirit, whether they're in body or not in the body, because if I tap into this, tune into people, I can say, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, if this is too noisy. But my ultimate goal with Head Trash Anonymous is help people get this quiet so they can hear their own recipe. How do I move forward in my life? That this is our lighthouse. It's always guiding us forward. This craziness up here is always trying to slam you into the rocks, tell you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not deserving. It's the source of stress, of worry, but we're all this perfect spirit. So if you get a chance to see Dead Serious, the musical by Thomas John, I would really recommend that. If you get a chance for a reading by Thomas John, I would recommend that as well. He's really on point. And hopefully I'll get there someday. My healing skills are at that caliber, but my mediumship skills aren't there yet. But I am working on that every day. Every day I'm just doing more practice of going deeper and deeper into my spirit, into this other realm, if you will, the spiritual realm. So that's all I want to share today. It's been a little while since I created a video. I thought this is a good opportunity to talk about this amazing production I saw Friday. All right, take care of yourself and just relax. You are a perfect spirit.